to get around to making this video because I've been sleeping around so I don't have to reflect on how shitty I did on my finals. And the time I wasn't asleep was spent grinding. I had to get my rank up before showing my face in public because being anything lower than bronze 2 would just be embarrassing. Anyways, enough with the excuses. What I have for you today is 0 damage Tryndamere. And when I say 0 damage, I literally mean 0 damage. This isn't a build, it's an advanced form of disrespect. That also includes a specific build. Just by playing 0 damage Tryndamere, both teams' will to live will drop so fast that even a TI-89 calculator couldn't graph it. It isn't about winning, it's about leaving every single enemy player both physically and emotionally damaged.
Bro,
you have to show the enemy team.
This is exactly what I was talking about when I said Suicide Tower Trynd build. That's exactly what I was talking about. But this one doesn't even make sense because he's running... okay, this is 7 years ago. I don't know what this weapon actually did then.
Team how worthless they are by not even wasting your auto attacks on them. Eventually, the existential dread of their useless existence will start to set in, causing them to spiral into an endless cycle of depression and self-loathing. Now, for your runes, you're going to run 3 time spent dead reduction quints, and then whatever the fuck those other ones are. Seriously though, can you tell us what these symbols mean without having to hover over them? No one looks at their rune page long enough to actually memorize the symbol. They look nice, but it's mildly inconveniencing that on the rare occasion that I'm actually looking at my rune page, I have to hover over them to know exactly what they are. The masteries don't really matter, so I usually just roll something on Ultimate Bravery to decide what I'm running. There's one important thing to note when building 0 damage Tryndamere. It's that you shouldn't ever build a static Shiv, a Tiamat item, or a Thorn Mail. If you accidentally hit someone with their passive, it might make them think that you've started to recognize them as an actual human being. This is something that you want to avoid at all costs. In order to achieve the maximum mentally damaging effect, you have to neglect them as much as possible and in every way possible. Other than that, you can build essentially whatever you want. I personally bought Zero's first item to help me split push and play the Rune King for lifesteal and more tower damage. I couldn't tell you what to buy after that, since none of my games have actually lasted that long. 0 damage Tryndamere's abilities are maxed in the same order as regular Tryndamere. Q, E, then W. Just don't be one of those plebs that put more than 1 point into your ult. Putting more points into your ult only increases the amount of fury he gets when ulting, and gives him like an extra 40 health when it is.
Wait, is that still a thing? Nah. It's lower CD if you put it right.
Your fury is likely to already be maxed out either way, and it doesn't make a difference when hitting tower, so just don't bother with it. The only usage of his ult is to keep yourself alive as long as possible while you're beating the shit out of a tower. His Q also allows him to survive for an extra second or two to get in some additional hits. You essentially just want to keep throwing your body at the tower until it dies. It doesn't matter if you die, as long as you get some damage on the tower. This is why you take time spent dead reduction runes.
But I mean, why is he not like E-ing the minions here to get more rage so he deals more damage?
Damage on the tower. This is why you take time spent dead reduction runes. Be careful when using his E in lane, because you might accidentally hit someone with it. This ability should only be used when you're alone in lane and
0 damage. No, but it was 0 damage dealt to champions that he showed, not to minions. Damage dealt to champions, 0. You're stupid. He's still killing minions, otherwise he's not getting the items that he wants.
Just completely unbind the key. Whenever your jungler comes to gank, just use W, then go back to farming. If you're lucky, the jungler will kill the laner for you.
I mean, this is a joke video, right? But unironically, this is what I was thinking.
Speaking of junglers, I usually never bother warding since I can hear their footsteps with my Turtle Beach gaming headset. The ability to hear footsteps alerts me to any incoming ganks, completely voiding the need for wards.
Isn't that the dark respect?
Before you start playing 0 damage Tryndamere, there's something I want to elaborate on. The ultimate goal isn't to win, it's to ruin other people's lives. However, if you try to accomplish this by flaming or insulting people in chat, you're not playing the metagame, you're just a fucking cunt. The only acceptable form of BM is the question mark. That about wraps up this video. The final thing I want to say is, if I see you playing this shit in my game, I'm going to report the fuck out of you. Like, seriously, fucking don't.
Don't do it. Alright, that was very good links. Alright, I got through them.